There is a story whispered in schools across Japan. A story about a little girl who is said to live inside a school bathroom. Her name is Hanako-san, and according to the legend, if you find the right bathroom stall and call her name, she may answer.
Imagine being a student, alone in a quiet school after everyone has gone home. You walk toward the bathroom.
The hallway is silent. You hear nothing except the faint sound of a dripping faucet. And then you remember the story, Hanako-san. According to one of the most popular versions of the legend, Hanako-san can be found in the third stall. The student walks toward the door, one step, then another, until finally they are standing directly in front of it. The legend says you must knock 3 times. Knock, knock, knock. Then you ask, "Hanako-san, are you there?" For a moment, nothing happens. Then, a small girl's voice supposedly comes from behind the door. Yes. The student freezes, because according to the legend, Hanako-san has answered. But who is Hanako-san? That is where the mystery becomes even stranger. There isn't one single story about her. Different schools tell different versions. Some say she was a young girl who died tragically. Others say she was killed while hiding in a school bathroom. And some versions tell completely different stories. And that may be the most interesting thing about Hanako-san. Her story changes. One school may tell one version. Another school may tell something completely different. The details move from student to student, changing slightly each time. But the name remains, Hanako-san. But why a bathroom? Perhaps because schools are strange places after dark. During the day, they are filled with voices, laughter, and movement. But after everyone leaves, the same building can feel completely different. A familiar place becomes unfamiliar. A dripping faucet suddenly sounds louder. A door moving in the wind sounds like footsteps. A pipe inside the wall sounds like someone knocking. And when you're already thinking about a ghost, your imagination can turn ordinary sounds into something terrifying. In some versions of the legend, opening the third stall reveals Hanako-san herself, a small girl standing silently inside. She wears a red skirt. Her black hair falls neatly across her face, and she simply looks at you. But the stories don't always end peacefully. Some versions claim Hanako-san asks the student a question. Others say she reaches toward them.
And the darkest versions claim that the student is pulled into the bathroom stall, never to be seen again. But these are stories. There is no reliable evidence that Hanako-san actually does these things.
Hanako-san is generally understood as an urban legend, a story passed from person to person. The legend became especially well known among Japanese children during the 20th century. And eventually, Hanako-san escaped the school bathroom. She entered books, television, manga, anime, movies, and video games. But why does the story continue? Because fear is contagious. One student tells another. The second student tells a friend. Soon everyone knows the story. And eventually, someone decides to test it. So, is Hanako-san real? There is no reliable evidence proving that a ghost named Hanako-san actually haunts Japanese school bathrooms. Her story belongs to folklore. But folklore doesn't need proof to survive. It only needs someone willing to tell the story. And perhaps that is why, even today, the legend still feels frightening. Because somewhere in Japan,
there is probably a student who has heard the story for the first time. A student standing outside a bathroom,
looking at the third stall, wondering, what would happen if I knocked? 3 knocks, a silent hallway, and one name, Hanako-san. Maybe she is nothing more than a story. Maybe the legend will eventually disappear. Or maybe, the next time someone knocks, someone will answer. Knock.
Hanako-san, Japan's haunted school legend. Would you knock 3 times? Let's gather again in the next video. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video.